Stop. Before this video even begins, I want you to understand something sacred. You're not here by accident. You didn't just scroll into this moment randomly. There is a divine appointment happening in your life right now, and whether you feel it or not, something spiritual is unfolding behind the scenes. You've been praying, asking God for direction, begging for clarity, whispering in the dark, "Lord, why do I feel so lost?" And yet deep down, there's a whisper that won't go away, a knowing that you were made for more. Because God doesn't just call the many, He chooses the few. Before the foundations of the world, He already wrote your name into a divine blueprint. Not everyone will understand this. Not everyone will receive it. But the ones who do are the ones He marked from the beginning. Maybe you've always felt different, like you don't quite fit in. Like the systems of this world were never meant to define you. You've seen others rise while you stay in silence. You've watched doors close, prayers go unanswered, and blessings pass you by. But what if I told you that silence was God's strategy? What if the delay was divine? What if your rejection was actually protection? Because the enemy doesn't attack empty vessels. He only wages war against those carrying something eternal. And if you've been under pressure lately, if your spirit feels like it's been walking through fire, it's because something is being forged inside you that hell cannot stop. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are in the middle of a supernatural setup. The Bible says in Jeremiah 1:5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." That's not poetry. That's prophecy. And it's speaking directly to you, right now. In the next few moments, I'm going to show you something that most believers never realize. 3 signs that reveal when a person is chosen before time began. And once you see the first one, you'll never see your pain, your past, or your purpose the same way again. But I need you to do something bold. Stay with me. Open your heart and engage. Because this isn't just a teaching. This is a spiritual awakening. If you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been searching the Bible for an answer, if you've ever asked God, "Why me?" this message carries the code you've been looking for. Comment below right now. I am chosen. I am ready. Let the enemy see that your faith is still alive, that your spirit is still standing, that you're about to rise, not by your strength, but by the power of the one who formed you. Because the truth is, only those who carry a divine assignment feel the kind of pressure you've felt. Only the chosen endure the hidden battles you've been facing. And now, the first sign is about to be revealed. Are you ready? Let's begin. Before we go any deeper, I want you to pause and declare something powerful. Comment below right now. I'm here for my destiny. Say it like you mean it. Write it with faith. Because when you type those words, you're not just commenting. You're stepping into alignment. You're making a statement to heaven and a warning to hell. You're saying, I refuse to miss what God wrote for me. I'm not here by chance. I'm here by divine purpose. So go ahead, comment it now. Let the algorithm echo what the enemy tried to silence. I'm here for my destiny. Let's begin. The first sign that you were chosen before time began is the restless call, that deep, unshakable inner voice that refuses to be silenced. The feeling that no matter what you do, you were made for something more. While others seem satisfied with routine, comfort, and a predictable life, you feel this invisible pull, a tension between where you are and where you're meant to be. And the truth is, that tension is not confusion. It's confirmation. It's how God stirs those He has called by name. Even before the world knew who you were, you weren't built for ordinary. And you know it. You've tried to settle down. You've tried to blend in. You've tried to ignore the calling, but it keeps coming back. Because you carry a spiritual destiny that was written before time began. And those who are chosen can never fully fit in. There's always something inside that whispers, you were born to build something eternal. Jeremiah 1:5 says it clearly. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. This is not just a verse to be read. It's a reality to be lived. It means you were seen, known, and set apart before your first breath. And whether you realize it or not, God placed inside you a blueprint, a divine map that keeps pressing on your heart, reminding you of the reason you were created. Most people spend their lives trying to discover their purpose. But you were already chosen, already assigned. You don't need to chase a label. You need to awaken what's already inside. And that restlessness you feel, that fire that won't die down, that's not anxiety. That's God's voice calling you back to your original design. Think about it. Why do you care so deeply? Why do you feel so much? Why does injustice bother you? Why do spiritual things stir your soul? It's not random. It's the evidence that you are called by God, that you are not of this world, but sent to impact it. So if you've ever felt like something is pulling you higher, if you've ever heard that quiet voice at 3 a.m. reminding you that your life has a mission, if your heart burns for something that hasn't even happened yet, that's the sign. That's the mark. That's the proof. Comment right now, I'm called. Let your voice rise above the noise. Let your faith interrupt the feed. Let heaven record your agreement. Because once you embrace this calling, the world around you will begin to shift. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are not here just to exist. You've been called by God, and this is just the beginning of the awakening. Because the next sign, it's the one most people ignore, but it holds the key to unlocking everything. The second sign that you were chosen before time began isn't just something you feel in your spirit. It's something you start to see unfold around you. Not in loud, dramatic ways at first, but in the small shifts. Subtle, undeniable patterns begin to break. Cycles that kept you stuck start to fall apart. Doors open without you touching the handle, and people begin to enter your life that were never in your plans. But suddenly, they're essential to your purpose. It's like your whole life starts moving in a rhythm you didn't create, but one your soul recognizes. This isn't luck. It's not good timing. This is what the Bible calls divine orchestration. Revelation 3:8 speaks to this moment with piercing clarity. I have set before you an open door, which no one can shut. That verse isn't just poetic, it's prophetic. When God opens something for you, it doesn't matter who tries to block it. Not the enemy, not your past, not even your own doubt. Maybe you've lived seasons where it felt like nothing worked. You prayed, you fasted, and still doors stayed locked. But then, out of nowhere, everything changed. It wasn't gradual. It wasn't planned. It was like the atmosphere around your life shifted. Suddenly, what was impossible became easy. What was broken started to mend. What was lost found its way back. And you knew, deep in your spirit, this wasn't random. This was God. Chosen ones walk through paths that make no sense on paper. But heaven doesn't need permission from earth to bless you. When you're in alignment with spiritual destiny, the laws of man begin to bend around the will of God. That's why people around you say things like, "How did that happen for you?" Or "I can't explain it." But something is different about you. And they're right. Something is different. You were chosen before time began. So when opportunities open that you never applied for, when peace shows up in the middle of chaos, when you receive a breakthrough that logic can't explain, it's not a glitch. It's God. It's the sign. You've been walking in the favor of someone who went before you. And when you're chosen, heaven doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It moves at the perfect time. Maybe you're in that moment right now. Maybe this video found you in the middle of something shifting. And if your heart is racing, if you know this isn't just a message, it's confirmation, then say it out loud. Comment, opened by God. Don't hold back. Let your agreement with heaven be known in the open. Because your story isn't just changing, it's unfolding exactly as it was written. And what's coming next? It's the most personal sign of all, and the one the enemy fears the most. And now we reach the third sign, and perhaps the most spiritual of all. This one is not about doors flying open or destinies being revealed. It's not about what you feel pressing from within or what you see manifesting around you. It's about something deeper, quieter, stronger. It's about the peace that invades your soul when it should be impossible. When life is falling apart, when everything seems uncertain, when the storm is loud, but somehow your spirit is still, and you can't explain why. This is not the kind of peace the world offers. It's not a mental technique. It's not emotional numbness. It's not distraction. This peace is the presence of God dwelling within you. It's the kind of peace that's born out of surrender, not success. It's the quiet confidence that, even if everything breaks, you won't, because something unshakable is holding you from the inside out. Philippians 4:7 speaks directly to this reality. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. That verse isn't just poetry, it's a spiritual promise. When God chooses someone, He places a different kind of protection over them, not just from danger, But from despair, you begin to notice it. Moments when your world should collapse, but you stay whole. Moments when anxiety should take over, but there's a stillness in your chest. That's the sign. That's the signal that God's Spirit is present, guiding you, surrounding you, anchoring you. You've seen others panic, break down, lose hope, but you've felt calm in the chaos, a strange, holy calm. And that calm isn't yours, it's His. When you're chosen, the peace of God becomes your compass. It doesn't make sense to the mind, because it wasn't designed to. It transcends understanding. It bypasses logic, and it settles in the spirit of those who are walking in alignment with heaven's agenda. You might not be where you thought you'd be. You might still be facing unanswered prayers, unfinished battles, and uncertain tomorrows. But if there's a peace resting over you, like a gentle blanket you can't shake, you are exactly where God wants you. You are walking in the path He set before you, and this peace is His confirmation that you don't walk alone. If this is resonating in your spirit right now, if you've ever had a moment where you should have fallen apart, but instead you felt held together, if peace has ever whispered to you when everything else was screaming, comment below, peace of God. Let it be your testimony in the storm. Let it be your sign that you're not just surviving, you're being sustained. And stay with me, because what happens when these three signs collide is something few ever talk about, but everyone who's chosen eventually encounters. So now you've seen the signs, the spiritual indicators that don't just suggest, but confirm what your heart has always suspected. You were never meant to blend in. You were never called to walk the path of the average. And the more you tried to quiet that calling, the louder it grew. Because when you're chosen before time began, silence becomes impossible. First came the restlessness, that sacred discomfort that refused to let you settle. While others built lives in the shallows, you were being stirred by deep waters, and you couldn't explain it. All you knew was that something inside you felt undone, as if the world you saw didn't match the purpose you carried. That was sign number one, the voice of destiny refusing to be ignored. Then came the breakthroughs, not the kind you planned or earned, but the kind that shocked even you. Doors flung wide open, battles won that made no sense. The timing was too perfect, the connections too specific. People call it luck, but you know the truth. God opens doors no man can shut. Sign number two, the evidence that heaven was moving on your behalf. And then, the most quiet but powerful sign of all, peace. Not ordinary peace, not surface calm, but that unexplainable stillness that holds your heart together when everything should be falling apart. Chaos outside, but stillness inside. That's not natural, it's supernatural. That's sign number three. The presence of God affirming His hand is on your life. And now, here you are, still watching, still locked in. Not because you need more information, but because your spirit recognizes truth. You're not here by accident. You're here because something inside you is waking up. You've just walked through a mirror, and on the other side is a reflection of who you really are. This is not a coincidence. This is a collision, a divine collision between your present situation and your eternal identity. You are not ordinary. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And that truth, that one word, is powerful enough to rewrite every lie spoken over your life, every label, every limitation, every voice that told you you're too late, you're too broken, you're not ready. All of it crumbles under the weight of one spiritual reality. You were chosen before the world began. You carry a spiritual blueprint designed by the Creator of the universe. You are proof that heaven has a plan, and now the signs are unfolding in front of your eyes. This isn't motivational. This isn't hype. This is a confirmation from God. And if you've made it here, to this moment, then I believe it's because something eternal has been activated in you. This is your awakening. This is your spiritual confirmation. This is the moment when your identity and your purpose collide. Now take a deep breath. Feel it. That weight in your chest. It's not pressure, it's potential. It's the weight of divine calling settling into your bones. You were born for this. You were born to carry light, to shift atmospheres, to leave a legacy. And the restlessness, the breakthroughs, the peace, they weren't random. They were prophetic evidence that you are marked by heaven. And right now, I want you to declare that in the comments, but not just as words, as a spiritual statement. Write this: I was chosen before time. Let it echo through the algorithm. Let it be seen by others still searching for answers. Let it start a wave of declarations so strong, it reaches people on the edge of giving up. And while you're at it, tag someone who needs to hear this. Share this message with someone who's felt forgotten, someone who's questioning their worth, because your obedience to declare may just unlock someone else's destiny too. If this spoke to your soul, then don't scroll away in silence. This is your moment to say it loud. And now, take a breath. Feel that? That's not just emotion, that's confirmation. So before you leave this space, I need you to do one thing, and do it boldly. Comment right now. Which sign confirmed your destiny? 1, 2, or 3? Was it the restlessness, the breakthroughs that defy logic, or that holy peace that kept you sane when everything else collapsed? Tell us your story. I want to read every single one, because your testimony isn't just for you. It's going to ignite faith in someone else who's barely holding on right now. Don't hold it back. Let it flow in the comments. Let the enemy regret ever messing with a child of God. This isn't just a comment section. This is a revival. You are chosen. You are seen. You are confirmed. And before you go, hit subscribe, not just because it helps this message spread, but because the next revelation we're sharing will unlock the hidden principle of prosperity in the life of Joseph, a mystery buried in the pages of Genesis, overlooked by most preachers. But when you see it, it changes everything about how you understand purpose, process, and breakthrough. If you've been praying for a way forward, if you've been asking God, what's next? You cannot miss that next video. We're just getting started.